That's an insane amount of scrap. I love it. And we're at a border shop now. I guess we have one shop opportunity here to get what we want, which is just healing and fuel. I guess we can't buy items, but if we can heal, repair some squads, it's cheap. We might as well buy some fuel. We know how much we need the fuel. And I'm also thinking maybe upgrade the squadron docks so we can have 3 squadrons out instead of just 2. So let's do that. It's extremely expensive, but, no, hold on. It's extremely expensive, but it might be useful. Actually, that's fine. Now, where are we going to go? We have a quest to deliver scrap here, so we should probably make our way here. I could see us going here, bounce down, but we can't bounce back up. We're not going to have time for that. We can go here and bounce down. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go beeline the quest, bounce down, over, up. That should be exactly enough jump so that we're just barely ahead of the enemy ships. I don't know what we're going to get from this quest. I hope cool stuff. Sir, mind if I have a word? What is it, Lieutenant Hawks? I was wondering if we might take a moment to mourn for those who have passed away on our journey. Mourn for our own past lives, you mean? Well, yes, I guess that is what I'm saying. I think it could really help provide a sense of closure. But if my estimates are right, it will cost us a bit of scrap to hold a proper funeral service. Go ahead. Thank you, sir. I'll check back in when the service is over. Seems fine to me. What are we going to get? Anything? So the ceremony's over, of course we'll continue to die, maybe we'll need to mourn our future deaths too, but I believe the funeral was quite healing. Maybe there's like a hidden officer morale stat that we're having to deal with, I don't know. No bonus fuel, but that's okay. Abandoned auto factory, anomaly. Let's do the anomalies first. Why? I don't know. Because. Sir, I'm picking up a distress signal. Incoming transmission. Help me, Imperial. Our ship crashed on this rock. Scrapper signal. I'm gonna starve, or worse yet, get eaten by a Xeno. You gotta help me. Personally, I feel bad for the Xeno. I can't think of a more disgusting meal than a scrapper. What's a Xeno? You're sick, Admiral. Asking about that when I'm so close to dying. It's a creature that lives here, okay? Big teeth, fast, eats anything, even scrappers. Come on, you gotta get me out of here. I don't want to be Xeno food. Okay, Cikk. Let's, rescue and question him about Mother. Captain, get me that scrapper. You sure, sir? You ask me should in the mouth of a Xeno is exactly what this scrapper deserves. Do it, Captain. I have my reasons. Leaving at once, sir. You shouldn't even have to say, I have my reasons. You should just say, do it. I ordered you. The scrapper's been rescued, sir. Blew that Xeno up just as it was about to swallow him whole. Splattered it nice and good. We'll put him in the brig for you. Goes by the name of Cikk, if you can believe that. Brig, Ennis Odysseus. Ooh, nice little change of reference here. I'm not on the bridge anymore. You saved me, Admiral. I was looking at that Xeno's mouth when your troops splattered it dead. Maybe you Imperials aren't so bad. Ask about the shutdown. Tell me everything you know about the shutdown, or I'll drop you back off with that friend of yours. I don't know anything about it, Admiral. You gotta believe me. I wasn't even born yet when they stopped working. I know Mother was responsible. I'm low on the totem pole. Mom don't tell me anything. Just do this, scrap that, terrorize them, that kind of thing. You gotta believe me. Ask where Mother is. Where is she, Scrapper? Where's Mother? Mother? I couldn't say. She's a very busy woman, scrapping Omnitech and enslaving people. But since you saved my life, yeah, I guess I can help you. You've heard of the Neo-N child, right? The Neo-N child? The prophet of these sectors, a child no older than 12. She knows all there is to know. The Neo-N helps her see, snorts it up her little nose. If anyone knows where Mother is, or who or what shut down the machines, it's gonna be her. Where's the child? I'll tell you on one condition. You give me a bunch of scrap and release me on a planet somewhere, a planet without Xenos. Threaten him, release him in exchange for the location, or don't do the deal. Okay, I mean, honestly, I don't care. Fine. Now tell me where she is. You find the child in the station in the next sector. Put it on your star map. She and the Silent Sisters live there. Mother occasionally visits for counsel. If you're lucky, maybe you'll bump into her. Silent Sisters? They say they're Mother's sisters. Rumor is once they tried to rise up against her, spread all kinds of rumors about her. When Mother found out, she cut out their tongues, made sure they never spread rumors again. Now, when are you going to drop me off on that Xeno-free planet? Maybe we could have threatened him a little bit, but I want to make sure we get the information. Encountered a main mission. Interesting. It's not positive or negative. It's like, here's a main mission. Aki battleship, sir. An Imperial crew, there's no one I'd rather try my new weapon on. We're the Aki. Any idea what this weapon is he's talking about? No idea, but I have a feeling we'll find out. Okay. This is a scary looking ship. Kind of reminds me of the... I forget the name of the race. It's in X3. I think their ships look something like this. Sub-Zero Gun Mark II. Stops movement and attacks of units on targeted cells for 4 seconds. Is it just one cell? I can't... There's like an HP bar in the way. I can't tell what this actually does. I think it just targets one single cell. We get drones, fighters, and fighters. So we want to send out frigates, we want to send out fighters, and we want to send out the cruisers, and we want to just park ourselves in asteroid fields, I think. This is going to be a bit of a tricky fight, though, I think. So in 12 seconds, they'll fire their gun. They have Mark II fighters. Oh, they do a little bit more damage. And they have a little bit more health. I don't know why we're fighting these people, but if we just kind of hang out in the asteroid field, we should eventually get to, yeah, our cruiser is going to do a lot of damage, a lot of good for us here. We should be able to, this is interesting. Fighter and fighter is what's left. We have fighters, but they have fighters. I want to get my cruisers... Oh, incoming gun. It stopped my cruiser dead in its tracks for a minute, but we're still in an asteroid field, so that'll protect us for a sec. But I want to, I don't know. I want to do something. Move cruiser. Okay, I got a gun. I want to get my cruiser back so it can actually target, because it does a lot of damage at range. 8 DPS, rather. It's pretty good. Also, enemy reinforcements are incoming. One fighter ghost is going to come at us shortly. Interesting. Let's go destroy the enemy ship as quickly as we can. So they did lock down 2 of my ships temporarily. It's only for 4 seconds, but it does still suck. I'm also going to position my units. So, oh, we got them! Just keep hitting them. I was gonna say I was gonna position my units so that when they spawn, we could just take them out as ideally as possible, but right now, they're incoming. Fire there, and fire here. Just trying to do as much damage as possible. That's a fighter, that's a drone, that's a fighter. You should attack the fighter. It's looking a little sketch, but I think we'll be fine. We're gonna lose our frigate here in a second. Yeah. And our cruiser is also, like, very wounded. This might be an opportunity to actually retreat, because my units, they're not... Actually, we should attack them to wound their squadron. And actually, we can kill them. Their units are locked out for like 16 seconds. We can absolutely knock them out. Let's hope we can get our scrapper drone here, shredder drone. I want to steal some scrap. But, you know, this might be an opportunity to flee, because if we flee, then we can probably keep these ships from being destroyed, but we're gonna not be destroyed anyways. They're gonna die in 2 seconds. I maybe stole 1 scrap. We did wreck a frigate, but we got a frigate from the fight. So that was not too bad. Sick bay! Sir, we have a situation. Several crew members are vomiting and hallucinating up a storm. The weapon, Admiral, seems it was biological. Sir, I've never encountered anything like this before. At least, I don't think I have. What should we do? We do not have a scientist who can succeed at this condition. We can use drone quarantine program for the Cikk. Requires 2 fuel, we have plenty of fuel, or let the disease work its way off your ship on its own. I think we should probably quarantine the Cikk. Use the drone program, it'll cost us some Neo-N, but the alternative could be worse. I'll start at once. So we might lose a couple of commandos or something, I hope. Message from Sick Bay. The drone stopped the disease in its tracks. Good call. Right now we have 0 new cases to report. What happened to Doc? Looks like he's aged 30 years since we last saw him. You contracted the disease yourself, didn't you, Doc? He's an old man! Yes, it seems I picked it up treating the Cikk. As you can see, it's made me older, much older. It appears the virus's true aim was extreme aging. I'll be lucky if I see the end of the week. Take comfort in knowing this body is one of many, Doc. You'll be born again and serve the Empire once more, I know it. Yes, that thought does bring me comfort, though not as much as I'd like. Now you'll have to excuse me because I'm suddenly feeling very tired. So we lost 2 fuel and a doctor. That was a pretty negative outcome, but luckily we had the fuel to spend on the quarantine program. Weak distress transmission from that escape pod. If you're getting this, I need your help. My pod's engine is conked out, and now I'm on a high-velocity collision course with a ship eater. Ask about the ship eater. You received my transmission. Yes, and we're going to try and help you, but I have to ask, what do you mean by ship eater? There's a powerful gravitational singularity not too far from here. Ship eater is just how it's known informally, you know, because it swallowed many ships. I was assisting a group of Omnis studying it. I think they were interested in harvesting its energy. Anyways, when they collapsed, I nearly went crazy living on my own for so long, but somehow managed to survive at our research station until my food ran out. That is when I jumped into this escape pod with its old engine. It was in here about a day. I was in here about a day when the engine failed me, and well, you know the rest. We can probably help him. In short, get me off this pod. A skilled pilot, if they use their thrusters, could stabilize the pod to pull me out. Sir, if we could enhance our short-range tractor beam, it could be enough to pull the pod away from the singularity. But it will require using scrap. So we can either get a pilot to do it, and we have a pilot, or we have a 50-50 chance of doing it if we spend scrap. Well, we have the pilot. So hidden person, Mr. Person will be saved, I hope. Absolutely, sir. I've trained for missions like these countless times in our simulators, mostly with success. Get it done, we're counting on you. Not sure I would have used the same approach angle, to be honest, but your pilot pulled it off. I can't thank you enough for saving me. You know, I'm pretty skilled in my domain. If you'll have me, I'll gladly join your ship. We get a new officer. A special officer. This officer will now be available in your starting roster whenever their clone is ready. Maximus Ockay. Maximus Ockay is a soldier, spy, and scientist. And he gives us a new ability. Battleship shielding. Absorbs or adds 1 absorbed shield every 15 seconds to the first unshielded system in this order. So we probably want him to be our hull officer because he gives us a bit of a shield on our battleship, which will protect us from some damage, I hope. So that's not half bad. You can critical repair here. That seems fine to me. Away mission time. Ironic it would be if, on this planet, where his escape pod was orbiting, we would have him do an away mission. Okay. 2 artifacts, and a major threat. Ambushed by mutated creatures is what's going to happen. We could send out an officer, or exit the away mission. Here's the thing. I do not mind losing between 1 and 7 commandos. They're worth about 10 each. If we can get 64 to 100% of resources, that's pretty damn good. Now, our new commando is not really going to be that good here. He will return safely, but we might as well use this other officer who has better return on our investment. We'll do the away mission, hopefully get a lot of scrap. Avoid danger whenever you can, Nair. Did we get it? Yes? Yes? 64 scrap from the battleship wreckage. Thank you. Already at 100. So, we've gotten into no combat, which means, and no major threat, which means it's going to be coming up in a second. We could retreat. If we retreat, we get 100 scrap, we lose injured commandos, no one's injured, so we lose nothing. We just get 100 scrap. But I think we can get more scrap by continuing on. There's another 32. There's the ambush by mutated creatures. We didn't have hacking or erudition. So we did take some damage and we did lose 1 commando. But we got more scrap, so I think it's definitely worth it to push on. Well, let's see. We just lost 3 more commandos. Abandoned auto factory. We got another 69 scrap, the perfect amount. Extraction point. That was definitely worth it, but admittedly, it was pretty scary. We lost 4 commandos, but 230 scrap is so good. We'll absolutely go to the army depot and get some stuff there. Is there anything that we want to upgrade first? I think the answer is no. Yeah, like, we haven't taken any hull damage, so I don't really feel like we should be upgrading our hull right now. We could upgrade our navigation scanner so we can see stellar system information from further away, but that doesn't really seem that important. So I'm just gonna go to the store. Like, what would we want to buy from the store? Weapons, squadrons, repair. An Imperial ship, I was wondering when one of you might show up. I'll have something that'll interest you. Ask what she has. Just a Kosh transponder. Why would I be interested in that? Because a transponder will provide a certain invisibility in the presence of other Kosh battleships. Useful if, say, a certain Kosh battleship around here was carrying a small mountain of scrap, which I know to be the case. But you'll need a good spy to access the ship and boost the scrap, otherwise it's going to be impossible. Oh, and you'll have to cut me in, say 25%? Or say 20%, no, 25. 25 or I walk. Why don't you do the job yourself? I'm not exactly spy material. Why not? I'm a klutz. There, I said it. You want to do this job or not? My cut's 25%. Do the job. You'd be a fool not to, sending over the transponder. Don't worry, I'm sending the instruction manual too, and the battleship coordinates now. Good luck, Admiral. So we had a spycraft officer, so we got a whole bunch of scrap, I hope. I've got the coordinates on my way. Mission went off without a hitch. It's a small fortune. It's probably like 20. 90 is pretty good. It's one of those encounters, though, where it's like, do you meet the requirements? Here's some free stuff. I was like, we don't even have a choice in the matter inside of the mission, but oh well. We have 389 scrap. We can get some guns. Piercer Laser Mark III. The one that we have right now does 15 damage. This one does 25 damage? That seems so good. A heavy nuke. Oh my god, it does 100 damage after 2 minutes. This is the gun where it's like, if you're in a stalemate, this will blow up some enemy squadrons. But it doesn't do much other than blowing up enemy squadrons. That seems strange. Sub-Zero gun stops movement and attacks of enemy units for 4 seconds. Any units. Could be good. You know, we saw that in play. It fires very quickly. It could be of great help. Drone Shredder Mark III. Cruiser Mark III Basilisk. Basically, it's the same type that we already had, right? Yeah, it's just a Mark III. We have a Mark II. I mean, I kind of feel like, why not? It's slightly faster and it does more damage, I think. Our cruiser does 0.7 cell per second, 14 damage. Yeah, this one is just better. I mean, I kind of feel like why not? We could get a drone boomer. It explodes for 18 damage on death. I'd rather not lose a unit, but still dealing damage on death seems pretty decent. We'll buy the fuel. We'll buy a heavy piercing laser. Buy me a... Man, I don't know. Buy me a cruiser? We already have one cruiser. We probably don't need a second cruiser. Give me the drone. We can steal a lot of scrap if we put those drones out there. Okay, and our crew is good. We still have 3 guns. I don't know if I want to use this cannon, but if we have a third weapon slot later, we'll use the cannon in that case. So, can I get another weapon slot? Yes, 90 scrap. For now, let's get rid of the cannon and put the Piercer Laser Mark III on. We'll move on to the next sector. Because I think we've done everything here, right? Let me just double check. What's this one? Oh, it was just weirdly bugged. Okay. Maybe it was behind the sun? I don't know. Visit the star map, jump ahead. And then after this, we'll have... Oh, we should probably buy more. I did buy all the fuel. After this, we'll have that quest encounter. We're gonna need more fuel at some point, though. Civilian ship. Looking for good tech? I got all kinds of good tech. All legally procured, of course. And what are the chances that it actually works? Good. Really good. 75% good. Ground distress signal, squadron dock recovery, fuel scavenging, navigator scanner. I already have fuel scavenging, so I'm kind of curious to see what this does. Here's a scrap, knows better work, of course it will. Shouldn't take us long to determine if it's good tech. Bad news, the tech's defective. Ah, that's too bad, but hey, you know the risk going into this. Sorry, no refunds available under any circumstances ever. End of transmission. I have to wonder if it's a trick. It's like, hey, one of these you can't take, the other 3 you can take because, you know, you have the room for it in your ship systems or whatnot, or it's not super discounted. Like, if this was for 20 scrap, it's probably defective additional squadron dock. But I wanted to see if we could actually get like a secret 4th tier of the subsystem. That would be cool. 3 fuel is very nice. Planetary defense turret wreckage on this planet. And there's only 1 jump here, which is not fantastic, but oh well. Fortune smiles on you this dark, oxygenless day, sir. I've nearly finished constructing my liquid healer nanobot tank, and all I need are a few remaining parts which you can easily find in a squadron. Break one down for me and I can finish my tank and heal some of your injured officers. No one's injured, so I'm gonna say no, but this could be decent if I had injured officers, but I don't have any injured officers, so never hurts to ask. Can't help but feel insulted. Away mission. I'm sorry, man. I just don't need you right now. Well... Zero to 8 is better than 4 to 8, so we'll go 0 to 8 on Maximus. You get a Maximus. I don't want to send the 1 officer because they have a chance of being wounded. I don't want to wound officers if we can avoid it. So he might lose a couple of commandos, but honestly, if a couple of commandos are wounded, it's not that bad. And honestly, that might be the only... No, there's probably going to be at least 1 more combat. Probably. Maybe. Okay, that's probably the last combat. Nope, there's another one. That's probably the last combat, right? We got a Space Bender Mark I weapon. And we're done. So we sped through it a little bit. We lost 5 commando units, which puts us at 10. We might want to buy some more, but we got 87 scrap and a new gun. This gun teleports any object 7 cells in a direction. Okay. I could see that being useful. You know, you're in combat, you have your squads attacking the enemy squads, and you teleport one enemy squad away so you can focus fire on a different one. I could see that being useful. I could see that being the case. Civilian ship, incoming message. The message is completely scrambled, can't make heads or tails of it. Sun must have fried their comms. What do you want to do about the ship, Admiral? Asks Caliban. Try again. Nothing but fuzz. If we want to talk to them, we have to do it in person. We could, but in my experience, talking in humans in person is much, much worse. Best to do it from afar. We'll help them. Comm will be limited, so you'll have to return to report your findings. Sir, I'm back. What did you find? So the message was a warning not to come any closer. Their Neo-N reactor was unstable from high solar interference. Was? It blew up, sir, and so did the civilian ship along with it. But there's more, sir. We've lost our team, our men and women. They were on the civvy ship. They're gone. What were they doing on that ship? Unable to communicate with our ship, I had to make a snap decision given the situation. I thought they should board to help civvies off. I made the wrong call. That was the worst call that you could make. I can't fault you for trying to save them. Why don't we see the enemy ship blowing up? Or not the enemy ship, but the civilian ship. I'm gonna try to drown the rest of my feelings in the strongest battleship brew I can find. Well, it's not the worst thing that could have happened, but how come we didn't see it? You know, when we send them, it should like fade to black, come back, and then the ship is like blowing up and we're like, oh, come on. Deliver scrap. Sir, the Nostromo's home planet. We made it, and in one piece, they'll be happy to receive the scrap if they're alive. They'll be thankful for the scrap, yes, but saddened to hear the fate of the Nostromo. Okay, you're building it up a little bit too much, Ozu. Lynch, send some of the birds to deliver, and send our condolences for their losses. Incoming transmission. Because of your kindness and the sacrifice made by Noah and the rest of the Nostromo, we should get through the winter. As a show of thanks, we've given your pilot something to take back with them on your ship. I'm confident you'll find good use for it. Also, some of our young warriors were very impressed and want to join you. Well, we need the people. Sir, the birds are on their way back with the warriors. The folks back there banded together and gave us a nice little weapon. I didn't know generosity like this still existed. Piercer Laser Mark II. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, you know what? Honestly, lock and load. Now if we can oh, you know what? We can get one more weapon dock. Let's see what the shop has, though. We might sell some stuff. Crew. Okay. Increased deployment zone. Quicker weapon reload time and another piercing laser. Well, I don't think we need another piercing laser. I will sell Space Bender. I will sell the cannon. I will then come over here, upgrade our ship, put on one more piercing laser. We got 3 of them now. So we can choose whether or not we want to do 15, 20, or 25 damage to anything, including the enemy ship. You know, we can hit the battleship for 60 damage very quickly. That seems pretty sweet. So I'm just gonna buy Commando since we're running a little low, and then move on. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good encounter. I'm glad we held on to that scrap. Dark Station here. What kind of battleship is this? It's an Imperial battleship, the NS Odysseus. Yeah, I thought so. You're too late. Too late for what? They took our men, Admiral. Scrappers. Rotten-smelling scrappers. They took them, and now they've probably made them their playthings. How can you help? I think you already know by letting us join your ship. By letting us fight scrapper scum beside you. Do you have combat experience? You don't need combat experience when you have this kind of bloodlust. Killing scrapper scum, it's all I think about, all I dream about. Crew, what do you think? A bunch of badass women who want to fight for us? Is there really a downside? You got a good point, Ozu. I like the way you think. They could be agents, we don't know. Don't listen to Hawks. He's just afraid of women, sir. Actually, I'm afraid of everything. Come aboard. We welcome you. You made a smart choice. No one will fight harder or more bravely. Now, come on, let's find some scrappers to squash. 7 commandos. Hey, if that bites me in the butt later, I'll accept it. But I agree with Ozu, a bunch of badass fighting women who want to kill some scrappers? You're welcome. Scrapper in a Kosh minefield, looks like it got the best of it. Can we scrap that ship? In those mines, it's risky. Could damage our birds. Let's do it. If we get scrap, we can always... Well, if we have the scrap... No, we don't have any scrap. Maybe we should want the scrap. Mission was a failure. Our bird set off a mine, setting off a chain reaction. No casualties, but we've sustained squadron damage. Wrecked fighter, wrecked drone, who cares? If we got the scrap, we could have just... Well, we could have healed the damage we took because we wouldn't have taken the damage, but I think it was worth the risk. Rogue automated Kosh mech is the major threat here. Ejected cryopod, secret military base. I feel like we should go for max loot and losing a bunch of commandos. Maximus will live, and we'll get a lot of loot out of this. We could go for the other option, which is low loot and the commandos will live, but if we get a lot of loot, that could be 200 loot, which is 20 commandos. I think we definitely want to go risky. And he will come back alive, so we can just speed through the away mission here. This Kosh mech, though. There it is! It's a freaking mech warrior. Oh lord. At least we did avoid it once, but we're not going to avoid any of the other encounters, are we? Oh, it's looking at him. Yeah. Please continue on. Ejected cryopod. We got a crew member. Definitely worth it. Secret military base. We got a frigate! Please extract. I'm done with this mission. So we didn't get a lot of scrap out of it, but we did get some good stuff. A crew member, nightmare frames, achievement unlock. A crew member, a ship, 2 fuel, 60 scrap. We lost 6 commandos, but that is worth 60 scrap, so it does pay for itself. Very nice. Civilian ship. Please, you have to help us. We were in a little dust-up with an Aki back there, and now our thrusters are leaking Neo-N. We tried landing, but the radioactive contamination caused our landing gear to falter. Now we're trapped in here, getting sicker with every passing moment. Please let us on your ship. Message from the sickbay. Sir, hope you don't mind, but I was listening in. We're equipped with a drone decontamination program, but it needs fuel to operate. Also, sir, our readings indicate extreme particle contamination on their ship. We can ease their suffering, but I'm afraid there's very little we can do. Well, let's let them aboard our ship. We're sending a shuttle for you. Hold on, our sickbay has been alerted to your condition and is ready to help. Thank you, Admiral. Can I ask you something? Are we going to come out of this okay? Lie or tell the truth? Let's lie. Tell the truth? Lie? Tell the truth? Lie. You and your passengers will be fine. Just hold on. Help is on the way. Praise the machines. Somehow we found the one friendly ship in this whole cluster. Those poor civilians, they have no idea. Should probably told them the truth. So we did all we could, but they passed on. I know letting them on the ship didn't get us any scrap or Neo-N, but I still think it was the right thing to do. Maybe if we told the truth? Chain reaction cannon. Jumps through adjacent units. Chain lightning. Piercer laser Mark III. Dude, I really want to get like 3 of those. Do 75 damage in one shot. What is this? Cruiser protector. Adds 1 absorb shield to each adjacent unit every 10 seconds. Okay. Longbow. It does 26 DPS, or 26 damage, 13 DPS. That is crazy. It's like having 2 ships. Fighter Ghost. It is stealth. First attack deals 2 damage and double heat to systems. And then we can just get a Fighter Mark III, which is just good. Dude, a longbow cruiser seems pretty sweet. Does 13 DPS. That's pretty insane. We did get a new crew member. Let's take a look. It's a soldier, but we have a new skill that we didn't have previously, an explosive skill. So I think that we should keep this soldier. Although, having said that, we are kind of running out of space. maybe we should get rid of Petrov, because Petrov has 2 spycraft skills that we already have on other people. But we don't have anyone with explosives. It does lower our DPS a bit. Let's keep Petrov. This is fine. Are we going to sell anything? I think no. I think we're good. So I'm just going to buy some commandos and then leave. The squadrons are very interesting, but they're way too expensive right now. I do not have the money to spend on those. So we'll jump ahead. After this jump, we'll fight the sector boss, and then we'll move on to the 3rd sector of this chapter. Church Battleship. Thank Oberon, an Imperial ship, says Bob Seong. You're only a child. I am. Everyone on the ship is, Admiral. Where do you come from? We are the children of Theodoros IV, a planet in the church cluster. Unlike most people on our planet, we do not worship the Omnis as gods, and for this we've been persecuted. So we stole a ship and left, studying all battleship books in our libraries beforehand. Still, it's been a bumpy ride, I won't deny it. But please help us, we are only children. How? We're being pursued by other church ships. They know about us now. You could help us by bringing us aboard, by defending and transporting us to a planet where we'll be free to think and act as we wish. We know of such a planet not far away. We could put it on your star map. We have scrap. We'll be happy to pay you. We're begging you. Help us. We are only children. Give him a ride. Don't give him a ride. Ask an officer to talk to the children. Lieutenant, talk to these children. I think they might be hiding something. On it, sir. Hello, hello. Who are you? I'm your liaison officer. I'm here to help you and the other children transition to life on board the NS Odysseus. Good, so he's going to let us on the ship. Everything is going according to plan. I'm so sorry to hear about all you've been through. Just terrible. The good news is the NS Odysseus is tolerant of all ways of thinking. Great, I guess. It is great. Personally, I believe the Omnis are the true gods and wait for the devout in the Garden of Light and Metal. You do? Oh yes, and though my heathen shipmates don't share the same conviction, still they are respectful of my beliefs. Get off the ship. What? I said, get off the ship until the other believers do the same, but leave the others behind. They will bathe in the fires. Do you understand me, fellow believer? I understand. I'll tell them immediately. Praise the Omni Gods! Praise the Omni Gods! Sir, I've just spoken to the child captain. It seems they have something planned for the ship. What do you mean? I'm not sure. Suffice to say something bad. Something definitely bad. Don't let them on the ship or attack them! We're gonna attack the children. Cause why not? Yeah. Ozu, signal a code red. Code red, sir? What for? We're gonna attack their ship. No, more than that. We're gonna destroy them. Sir, are you feeling alright? These sweet innocent children were planning on attacking us, Lieutenant. Then we take them as prisoners. I have the feeling they aren't the kind to let you. You're not going to let us on your ship, are you, Admiral? You lied to me. Smart, Admiral. We wanted to get on that ship to hurt you. But since we can't do that, we'll just have to do the next best thing. Destroy your ship in battle. Death to all Imperials. Praise the Omni Gods. But you've ambushed the enemy. Your units are deployed and ready to fire. Look, we didn't have to shoot at them, even though we were ready for combat. We could have said, hey, please, no, leave. We'll give you the opportunity to flee. No, they decided no. But we do have all of our weapons ready to fire, and we can take out some of their ships pretty easily. Ooh. Weapon reload time minus 20%. That's a nice little ability for them to have. It's not going to matter, but it's nice for them to have. So what do we want? They have frigates, cruisers, and fighters. We want to send out frigates. So I'm going to send out 2 frigates and 1 cruiser. That should be good enough. Now, I don't think we can make it to the, What do you do? Teleport the unit to its destination. Cannot use regular move. The ability won't charge while fighting. Choosing a destination while firing will prevent the unit from firing. Okay, so we gotta let that ability charge and we'll teleport them to their destination, because they can't actually move. I should have read what that ship was. So there's a frigate, there's a fighter, there's a cruiser. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna pull them back. We're gonna let them get in range and we're gonna shoot them. And we are also ready to teleport. I'm probably going to teleport right behind the enemy cruiser and just take him out. So in fact, why not just do that right now? They can't actually hit my frigate in this range, but we can hit them. Cancel. The ability won't charge while fighting. Choosing a destination while fighting will prevent unit from firing. I see. So they can retreat by teleporting. So our cruiser doing a good job at range. They have reinforcements coming in 24 seconds actually. And I haven't even fired my guns yet. What am I doing? Let's take a shot. Yo, teleporting frigates is sweet. They just teleported right adjacent to the enemy ship and just started shooting at it. That's pretty cool. So we took out one of their hull bars. They're getting their weapons repaired and whatnot. What is that sound effect? And their ships are coming out. What do they got? They got a frigate. They got a fighter, which is going to get shot. There it goes. And we have a teleporting frigate ready to go. Honestly, teleport frigate, you go there. Start shooting at the fighters. Shoot at those fighters, actually, the ones that are attacking my cruiser. No. And in a couple of seconds, we'll have guns ready to shoot. And the guns are ready to fire. So let's just, fire at their squadrons. Please attack the enemy squadron. Thank you. I don't know why you guys were not wanting to fire at the enemy squadron, but I appreciate you eventually deciding to do that. Alright, and we're good. That should be the end of them. Although it would help if my cruiser was shooting. We got fighters out of that. That was not really worth it. I don't need more fighter squadrons. Not all your children are like that, are they? Certainly hope not. Got a couple of fuel at least. But just getting a fighter squadron, I guess I can sell it later, but I can only deploy 3, And ideally we're not gonna lose them. Destroying ships distracts me from my painful mutations. That sounds like a sad life. Feel sorry for you a little bit, Scrapper. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boomers are incoming. They have no weapons, no squadrons, and proximity defense. So 6 boomers are gonna come at us in like a second. And they're all gonna be patched, I think. Yeah, so they're all gonna have like 20 HP, 15 HP. I mean, that's a perfect number for our guns, but I'm curious about something. Maybe if we go really fast, we can take them out before they... Sorry, you there. Maybe if we go really fast, we can take them out before they even get here. Because we might be able to destroy the enemy ship before then. I hope we can. We'll try to rush them down a little bit. I'll send out my shredder drones. They'll take a little bit of damage, but they're also doing a lot of damage. Yeah, okay. Ended up not being a problem. We stole 22 scrap, we got 70. That seemed like it was not a very good ship composition for you, Scrapper, to have nothing. The ship looks damaged. An abandoned scrapper ship, easy scrap for the taking. I'm detecting high levels of radiation, even high for a scrapper. If we want to gather all of it, we need a specialist skilled in decontamination. We have no book officer, so we're just gonna get a little bit of scrap and move on. Still positive, but it could have been more positive. Proof positive. We need to get an officer who has book skill at some point. We're gonna be fighting a boss, so we should upgrade beforehand. Now what the hell can we even upgrade? Battleship shielding. Squadron DPS. Advanced repair. I don't think we need another officer dock in any of these. We could just get more health. I don't really think we need more health, but I mean, if things go really bad, we would want the health. So I'm kind of thinking that might be okay. So let's get more health and more HP per health, and let's go and fight this boss and hope that we can actually deal with it. I got a lot of guns. If this ship has one thing going for it, it's got guns. One of the Mother Sector bosses. Jeef Skog. You're that imp that took care of Skeege in the last sector. Jeff Skeege is what his name was. I am, and I'll take care of you if you get in my way. Mom told me to kill you nice and dead. Now I see why. You're kind of mean. Look, you started this. They have 54 squadrons, but they all have quarter health. Shredder, Boomer, Fighter. They have a flat cannon and an officer. They have 3 hull bars. There's a lot of asteroid fields, and we have reinforcements coming, 2 drones. I think this is going to be a pretty easy encounter for us. We should send out fighters if we have them. If we have them. I'll send out the teleport frigate. That was pretty sweet. Teleport frigate can go in the back. I like that. I didn't notice, but there's animations of the guns appearing on your ship too. That's pretty sweet. Now the only question is, where do we want to send our units? Wait, why do they have 4 fighters? How'd they get a 4th fighter squadron now? Was that the reinforcements coming? I thought the reinforcements were coming in 20 seconds, not 2 seconds. This will be a little unfortunate. We might lose our... Oh, my ship! It's not moving! Please teleport. Aw, damn it. The drones are gonna get my cruiser. Yeah. I completely forgot about my frigate. That's okay. And one of their ships suicided my ship, but... You know what? We'll get a lot of scrap by doing this encounter. It's not gonna be too bad. Weapons ready to fire. We could just go hard, but I'm gonna kill their units when they spawn so I can get a little bit of an advantage. 21, 21, 16. Okay. 16. No, wait a second. No, don't. Okay, yeah, the weapon's coming back. I, accidentally unpowered my weapon. Look, it doesn't matter, because it kind of does. Put out a frigate. Put out some drones. Put out some drones. Then, drone shredder, fighter. I want to kill the fighter. No, wait, drones are good against frigates. We want to kill the frigates. I'm not sending out a frigate. I'm sending out 1 frigate. So let's fire. All of their ships have been destroyed instantly. Now, can we make it to their ship and hit their squadrons before they come back? Enemy weapons ready to fire. Doesn't matter, I got a lot of health. They missed. Now, can we take out their squadrons before they deploy? Oh, we can. Barely, but we can. Okay. They're getting a little bit of an unfair advantage, though, because they are hitting me as I'm coming back to life. It's okay, our weapons are ready to go. You have 16 health, 21, 16 health. Okay. Hit you, hit you, hit you. You're gonna blow up. And it did cost us some of our drones. I was really hoping that that wouldn't happen. It's okay. We'll take out their squadron dock again, which we should be able to take out another one of their hull bars. Now, do I have the frigate Mark II? I do. We'll have that teleport in. I kind of want to stay in here. I kind of want to stay in the fight. Because our guns are going to come back now. 17, 18. You're going to blow up. 17, 18, fire, teleport. Alright, we'll get them. So we lost a few squadrons here, but that's not too bad. We wrecked 4 ships, and we got 470 scrap. That's pretty crazy. And we're on Sector 3 of Chapter 1.